Well, I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you rested well and that it's going to be an amazing day. This is your daily insight on life and love, and it's for September 9th, 2020. Also timeless, so grab your pull tune in time. This might have some sort of insight for you. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the bell for notification. Also, if you see the thumbs up down there, you can go ahead and hit that because that's super cool. This is a general collective message. Don't force it to fit if it doesn't fit. If you have questions about booking your own personal reading, my information is in the description, also on every social platform. So reach out, feel free to DM me. Definitely say hello and let me know where you are in the world. I'm looking at this. This is the base part of the reading, and also this is the base ending part of this reading. It's involving a breakup in some sort of community of yours, whether it's family or friends, or if it's a social group. It's telling you there's information that's coming to the surface. Granted, this is something where you're going to be glad that you held off of your reaction. I think that there's something that you are looking to retaliate or lash out with. There's definitely some sort of repressed anger and emotion that's coming to the surface right now. It's telling you to, first off, let go of this idea of what you're holding on to. It doesn't exist. You're trying to perpetuate and force a concept that isn't even in alignment with reality. It's idealism, but I get it. It's something that you really want, and it's something that you zone in on. You spend a lot of time. It's looking over a lot of red flags in your life or in the situation or in the person. The biggest blessing is holding your tongue. Do not react just yet. Give it a minute. Something else is coming up. You're actually going to be really happy that you did. You're too emotionally involved in the situation to see it accurately, which is another reason why it's telling you to hang on a minute. It's a great illusion of some sort of a community. Again, this could be family, it could be friends, it can be social. So that being said, I want to see more about this. Clearly, we have a few minutes here, don't we? All right, spirits. So again, this is for the 9th of September, 2020, also timeless. What is going on? It doesn't have to be happening in this moment, but it's something that you can anticipate moving forward, granted that you're staying on the same trail that you're on right now. So, do I want these? Okay, so apparently this is going to involve Archangel Raphael healing of alternative medicine. In this instance, it's not really medicine. It's more the idea of doing something totally different, not having the same reaction to the same situation. It's going about it in a different route, which I actually can see that you're being kind of numbed out to the situation. It feels like exhaustion. I think you're coming to a sudden realization that you've spent enough time on a certain project in your life and that potentially time to step away from it. Listen to your intuitive feelings, alternative medicine. Something inside you is telling you to do otherwise. Go that way. The tried and true is apparently not working anymore, and I get it. I mean, that's frustrating as is. I don't want you to get lost in this idea of the amount of time spent. The point is being knowledgeable about it and moving forward. You're not going to repeat those patterns. So, what else? God, these cards are so not in order. And when I say that, of course, I'm shuffling them. They're not in order. It's not that. It's some are facing outward, some are facing inward. So really, I'm not even going to look at them. I'm not even going to try right now. Give us your cares and do more research. Okay. Do your research. Give us your cares. This might involve you potentially stepping on toes to get the information that's being withheld from you. I'm not telling you to break any laws. Please understand that. I'm not encouraging that. This is, asking the right questions to the right people. Maybe checking something on, checking your email, checking your text. There's something about information coming through that you perhaps should investigate. Something doesn't feel right. There's a reason, and your reason is going to be found out almost immediately, but I want you to understand it's to solidify a new direction. It's not meant to hurt you. None of this is. What's coming to the surface on this to change your direction is strictly to liberate you. You are so connected and in a way disempowered to this situation or to this person. It's like a self-imposed prison. But this knowledge and wisdom moving forward is the cancellation. Anything done after you have the information is active choice to perpetuate something that no matter what you say or do, it could hurt you. It could come to an end regardless, but it's a cognitive choice. It's a conscious decision with the newfound information, which is, I see, why you are going elsewhere. I'm really curious as to what that could be. So, let's see. Okay, healing with the angels. No, I'm still being pulled to the Archangel Raphael. Okay, so let's shuffle these and see what information is coming through now. Can you dig it? Okay. I don't even have them facing up yet, so hang on. Expect a miracle. You're alive. That's a miracle. Avoid allergens and home help. Expect a miracle. Exercise is key. It's time for you to get moving. Something seems off. It's agitating you. Look into the reason why it's agitating you. Something's agitating you. Address it and actively move away. Avoid something that is deliberately upsetting you. You do not have to engage in something. It's active choice. You have to understand, you, again, not telling anyone to break any sort of laws. Never going to encourage that one. It's you literally have the ability to do anything in your life. And this active choice, it's saying what is confining for you, restrictive. Avoid something that is to your detriment in some way, shape, or form. Avoid it. So, home help, expect a miracle. The subtext of this is, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you. The angels and the angels and others matters in regarding my family and home. All right, so this could involve changes in your home. Let's see. Thank you for the miraculous intervention, healing energy, which has restored the health of either you or somebody else. There's a massive change going on in either your actual home or your home base, like the area. So this, I feel like it's alleviating all of that stress. There's some sort of release and liberation that's happening right now. The miracle, it's coming out of nowhere. It's a complete different answer than what you were expecting. It's for the positive, though. All right. Where are we taking this? Okay, so now I'm getting healing with the angels. So let's see what is up. Oh, it's a moth. Emerging. New beginnings. All right, come on. What else? All sense of newness coming in. Emerging, new beginnings, new love. And again, this can just be dynamic relationships. Surrender and release. There's a lot that you have to give into. I feel like you've been in some way, shape, or form, yes, denying your truth, denying your power, denying your integrity, denying some major aspect of yourself. This is something that has been confined within you. You're working with a lot of confinements in your life, and you are going one through one, releasing every single one of them. You're seeing how it's stifling you and how it's held you in such it's held you at a disadvantage. So what I'm seeing here is a new opportunity, a new connection. This can be a mentor, it can be a lover, can be colleague, friend, whatever your dynamic is. But the new beginning, it's you stepping out into this newfound sense of power, and it feels actually really virginal. The catch-22 with this is, yes, you are newly empowered, but it's so incredibly fragile in the same breath. It's this newfound sense of self. Make sure that you have surroundings that are congruent to that energy. It's not a matter of you trying to live a positive life under harsh conditions. I mean, you eventually will become your environment, which is why you see a lot of people up and split from said environments, because you don't want to become that surrounding. It's not like you are trying to be something to be spiteful. This is a massive new beginning for you, and I think that it's something that is really encouraging. The sense of release that I'm getting is going to be incredibly cathartic, and it's like you're the phoenix coming out of the ashes. My energy is not low. It's just I've had massive amounts of activity today, and it's been nonstop. And I, of course, want to be here for you. I love doing this. It's just I'm physically... Yeah. So self-care right now is going to look like cartoons in a minute. Oh yeah, I said it. So Spirit, with what's coming up with this huge sense of liberation, if you stay the course on this, what can you expect as an outcome? Okay, so I'm splitting the deck. Oh, God, it's like a switch flipped with me. Very fiery. It's a cancellation culture concept that I'm getting with this one. Your balance is going to have to involve you learning how to say no and canceling plans. And it's not reaching out for people or situations in this idea of you being validated as an existence by them. You have to start actually not rejecting yourself in the first place. Rejection always starts with a sense of yourself to begin with. If you are completely in your truth, honest, and integrity, you're not really giving anyone the opportunity for that sense of rejection with you. So this, in order for you to stay sane, you got to learn how to say no. You have to learn how to draw a very firm line. And just if people are getting angry at this, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should say yes. Look at the situation. In a lot of cases, you'll see where the line of respect for you is drawn and where they have this sense of insistence and entitlement in your life. You're not walking away from yourself anymore. You have to be the top priority in your life. And if you're not, whatever relies on you, whatever needs you, whatever you are taking care of is not going to be at its best. And that ding that you've probably heard, it might be validation for you. At what point do you start to put yourself first? When you are in your power, everything that comes from you is going to have that sense of power. So look, the ending part of this part of the reading is karmic lesson learned. You've done the work, you've done the initiation, you've progressed, and you have processed so much of all of this. The karmic lesson is paid off. So I'm going to take that one out. Since that's paid off, what can you expect in the near future? Oh. Not putting all your eggs in one basket. Being very deliberate in which direction you are taking your torch and defending it. Not that you have to, but you're going to actually learn how to stand up for yourself and defend yourself and not be ashamed about doing that against people who you have a connection with. I would say care for, but really I want to take that idea out. Of course you love and care about people or a situation. Again, what not? But it's that care, I don't want it to cloud your need of guarding yourself. Again, this is all about lines of respect and entitlement in your life. Something that you are shaking yourself free of. When you lose the excuse for everything in your world, you are left with ownership of your world. And this, look, you're in it. You're feeling your way around. There's nothing in front of you, and you're fully aware of that. Your feet are already wet. Oh, you might see it, kitty. Hang on. Hi. This is, okay, Hero's not going to come over. She's going to go over to my Merlin station. I have like 3 of them. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing in front of you. You're avoiding whatever this castle is because it's not home. Just because you fit in, I will say it a million times, doesn't mean that you belong. Of course, you can get along in any situation. This, what you are no longer holding yourself to, it's simply not this feeling of home. You can respect it. You can maintain some form of a connection, but not be of it. Be in it, not of it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Spirit. Why is this all happening? I remember having this conversation earlier. You will be forced to face, endure, and live through and thrive after every single one of your fears, worst nightmares. This, if you're watching this, it's probably an indication of some sort of an ego death, your spiritual awakening, some sort of ascension process. I get it. But the thing is, you can't just acknowledge the fear and bypass it without processing it, which is what you are doing. You're processing all of this. So you're going to have every little thing that's in your closet be put out before you for you to process. Do not let that scare you. There's nothing about you or in your closet that is even remotely worth of your shame. It's all a liberation to get you to a higher sense of power in yourself. And it's really just for where you're going with this, you need to not have a fear of something coming out that can be, in a way, a shame or a low light on your life. This is the biggest liberation for you. And this can highlight relationships. It can highlight events in your life. But I want you to allow yourself the ability to process it. And again, this might not be a grand old display and it might not be secretive. Your individual storyline is going to be very unique for you. So it's a process. It's going to take time. I got to tell you, as I have experienced an ego death and ascension, and I do know people who have done it, it's not as scary as you would think during the process of it. It's the anticipation that scares people. But again, that's like that waking nightmare. When you face that scary thing in your nightmare, it has nothing to stand on and it dissipates. I think it's one of the coolest, most empowering things ever. So you not being afraid or having anything held against you is your source of equilibrium and balance. And I can't tell you how much I love that. I know, can be daunting to even think about, but I gotta tell you, you are so worth this effort, especially with what you will be doing with your life, because I can't even say it's one thing. You're obviously going to evolve through time with this one and get even more bits and pieces of your purpose in action. And you wanna know what? Even if it's not on a grand scale, who cares about the scales? It's important for your soul's journey, which again, do not compare that to anyone else's. If you're watching this, chances are you have an extraordinary list of events that have been happening or are happening or that are about to happen. And it makes you think that you were out of your mind when you signed a life contract, but you are kind of on this almost spiritually accelerated program. I know how that sounds. It's not lost on me. But if you step back and look at it, it kind of looks like that. Look, you're coming back to yourself, and this is so poetic in a way. All right, closing message for the collective. Your victory involves you moving on. You have the biggest victory walking away with your head held high. And look, these people, I don't know how wounded they are. You are not hiding your wounds. You are definitely going to heal from it. Hold your head high like this one. Whatever is inside of this place that you've been dying to get in on for a while, it's really idealism. It's not in actuality something that is soul thriving. I think that once you experience that, then you'll understand. The biggest karmic lessons of your life are being paid off, or are paid off, or about to be paid off. You are in this amazing experience in time. Your victory is knowing when to say enough is enough. This is absolutely victorious on your part. Yeah. Look at this. Victory, whatever has been at odds with you, is going to dissipate from your life. Victory, wish fulfillment, karmic lessons. This, once you have been shaken free of everything, you really get to live your purpose. You are a living purpose. And I will always say this, you're not a cautionary tale. Your purpose is not to be a cautionary tale, and you will not have that kind of life. Keep the faith, trust the process. It'll get messy sometimes, but the journey, downright beautiful. And I can't say it enough. For everything that you are going through and you are proving to yourself, you have every reason to be proud of it. And I want you to allow yourself to feel that pride. So this has been your reading for September 9th, 2020, also timeless. So again, wherever you're watching this in time, this might have a message for you. If it doesn't, super sorry, let it fall away. Don't force it to fit. If you have questions about booking your own personal reading, because, you know, your storyline is going to be incredibly detailed, in depth, and intense for you, my information's in the description and on any social platform. So definitely reach out, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. And if you have questions about the coronavirus sale, just ask that in the email. I'm totally here for you. I love connecting with you, and I hope that this finds you well. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, have an amazing day, and know that you're very loved and appreciated. Bye for now.